What is going on, Who Dat Nation? Happy day 2 of the 2024 NFL Draft. In today's video, I'm going to be going through the top players on our big board still available that the Saints could select at 45. Right now, that's where they're picking. Maybe Mickey Loomis looks to move up because they were already taking trade calls yesterday in round 1. So maybe they're looking to make another trade in day 2. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just trying to have some fun. But before we dive into the big board and all the players that I could see the New Orleans Saints possibly selecting, as well as the players I would select, I encourage you to subscribe. We're shooting for 27,000 subs ASAP. And I think with this video, we can hit that number. So help a brother out. Subscribe today for free Saints coverage all throughout the offseason and the regular season as well. You don't want to miss out. The best way to be informed around your black and gold is subscribing to Saints Now. So Tom Downey, our draft expert here at Chat Sports, he has a nice little big board available for us. So I'm going to kind of go down player by player, give some thoughts. So Johnny Newton, I really think that it's Johnny Jerzon Newton, if you guys didn't know that. He's going by Johnny, make it easier for everybody. The Saints were there on his at his workouts, so I could see New Orleans having some interest to shore up the defensive tackle spot next to Brian Brzee. Now, Jackson Powers-Johnson would be an excellent selection. He doesn't just play center. I think he can play interior as well. He is a pick that the Saints could use to shore up the interior, bring some depth behind Nick Saldiveri and Cesar Ruiz after James Hurst retired. Kool-Aid McKinstry, I don't think the Saints are going to be interested in a cornerback in day 2, but maybe, just maybe they could go and get one because I think Cooper DeJean is a player that the Saints view very highly. I actually talked to Cooper DeJean's dad in Indianapolis during the scouting combine. The reports there and what he told me was the Saints and Coop met, and there seemed to be some mutual interest. There was a weird little thing that happened with him. Everyone thought the Niners took him, but they ended up going Ricky Pearsall. So DeJean's still available. But I really like the idea of Ladd McConkey, a nice slot option for Derek Carr. He has really good footwork. He's a talented player out of Georgia. Adonai Mitchell could take the top off of this team, and he could add some really nice height and some really nice talent. I don't think Kingsley Suamataia will be the pick. Zach Frazier doesn't really make sense for me in the Saints position. I really think that New Orleans is going to go wide receiver, pass catcher, something like that. Or maybe they look at an Edgerrin Cooper out of Texas A&M. He can kind of do it all. He can play all over the field. Keon Coleman is definitely a name to look out for. I'm going to dive into him here in just a moment. Cooper Beebe, if he can fall 245, maybe that's a pick that the Saints make. But I do think that they're kind of okay, not sold, but I think that they could justify going offensive line, especially the interior line, in day 3. Roman Wilson, I don't think really fits the mold of what the Saints need. Troy Franklin, I like the player, but I don't know if that's what they want. Braylon Trice, another solid option, and Braden Fiske, I love both of those players. And another name to keep out is Jatavion Sanders, the tight end out of Texas. Dennis Allen today did say that Brock Bowers was in consideration. However, he was taken one pick before the Saints by Las Vegas. So obviously, he is not headed to the black and gold. He's headed to the black and silver. But let's talk about Malachi Corley because this is a player that not only would be an excellent fit in New Orleans, but would be so damn electric with Clint Kubiak. I think you could take a Malachi Corley and kind of recreate a Deebo Samuel-like type player with him. He's a yak king. The dude put up unbelievable numbers. He is so talented with the ball in his hands, and he is lethal. He could also find success as a gadget player, not just as a wide receiver, not just as a running player, not just as a slot option. He could do literally anything you want him to do on offense. I kind of see this as a Taysom Hill minus throwing the football in terms of his utility and versatility. And he's not a great route runner, but, that's something that I can justify coaching up. And on top of that, I can justify, just being a yak king. Now, Adonai Mitchell, another really good option that I really like for New Orleans. He has really good length, and his size is incredible. He has amazing hands and can catch the ball like nobody's business. He's not going to be much of a short area kind of guy. You could expect him to do some in-breaking routes, some deep routes, taking the top off. In my world, I see Rashid Shaheed, Adonai Mitchell, opposite sides, go deep. Safety has to make a decision and try and cover one of them. Like, that would be kind of fun to watch. But there has been some character issues. There's been some discussion of, like, poor effort and whatnot. I'm going to be honest, I don't really read too much into that kind of stuff because when you're in college, you're young and dumb and immature. I was the youngest, dumbest, and most immature when I was at the University of Arkansas, so I don't blame a kid down in Austin for, maybe having a little too much fun. But who do you want New Orleans to draft next? Is it a wide receiver? Is it an offensive lineman? Is it an edge rusher, a defensive tackle, DB? Who is it? Let me know who you want New Orleans to pick next in the comment section. And before we keep going with some more players that are available on our big board, I encourage you guys to download the Game Time app. It is my favorite ticketing app, and to be honest, it saved my ass a handful of times. I hope my girlfriend's not watching this video because I don't think she's going to like me telling everyone this, but here's the deal. My girlfriend and I, we wanted to go see a concert. I forgot to buy the tickets, but Game Time absolutely saved my tail. And I even got $20 off when I used code CHATSPORTS, which is, a pretty good deal if you ask me. I plugged in the promo code CHATSPORTS, and then I got after it in terms of having some fun at some live events. I've taken my girlfriend to comedy shows. We've gone to concerts. We've even been to sporting events thanks to the Game Time app. They have tickets for any sort of live event. So download the Game Time app. Use our code CHATSPORTS. That's code CHATSPORTS to get $20 off. Terms do apply. All this information is in the comment section description of this video. Shout out to Game Time for making today's video possible. So, in terms of a scouting report for New Orleans, for Keon Coleman, guys, this would be a really fun pick too. I think there's a specific mold for New Orleans that the Saints need to bring in, and that's that Michael Thomas type role, where he's a big-bodied X-receiver kind of guy. And Keon Coleman is a really good player who has nice size. He has really good body control. He can move his body in the air, contort his body to make some really good catches. And to be honest, he can just win at the point of catch. And that's something that I want to see the Saints do. I want to see them be more effective on first and second down, and I think Keon Coleman could do just that. But Ja'Tavion Sanders is a player that the Saints have shown interest in. They met with him at the NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis. And to me, he is tight end number 2 without a doubt. I think that Ja'Tavion Sanders would be an excellent addition to challenge Juwan Johnson, challenge Foster Moreau to be a pass-catching kind of guy. Like Juwan Johnson, there's no doubt about it. He struggled a little bit last year. He had some injury issues, but Ja'Tavion Sanders is definitely a guy. Now, he isn't a great blocking tight end, so he's purely a pass-catching kind of guy. So in my head, this is a Juwan Johnson replacement personally. But if you wanted a guy who could also block and catch, what about Ben Sinnott out of Kansas State? It's not Sinnott, it is Ben Sinnott. My boss, Brett Scott, is a proud Kansas State alum, and he corrected me the first time I made that mistake. He has really nice size. He has a rare combination of speed, athleticism with that size as well, and he can also catch the ball really well. He can block really well. He is a guy who is extremely versatile in both facets of the tight end game, so this could be an excellent selection for the Saints. Maybe not in the second round for Ben Sinnott, but maybe if you trade into the third or the fourth, that could be an option. But guys, back to a few more, I just kind of want to recap real quick the top wide receivers available because I do think pass catcher is the top option. Ladd McConkey out of Georgia, Adonai Mitchell, Keon Coleman, Roman Wilson, Troy Franklin, Jalen Polk, Malachi Corley, or Jermaine Burton. In my opinion, the 3 guys I like the most, in no particular order, Malachi Corley, Adonai Mitchell, and then honestly flip the coin between Keon Coleman or Ladd McConkey. I do want a slot option. I think that'd be nice to have in New Orleans, but damn, Keon Coleman would be a lot of fun. But guys, if you haven't already, give me a follow on social media. It's at TraceGerard48. I even made a new Instagram where I'm going to be posting exclusively Saints content because my other Instagram is very just like my personal life. So I wanted to give you guys a place where you can get all my Saints coverage in one spot on IG. TraceGerard48_. The link is in the comment section and description of this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Who knows? Maybe we'll be live here in a little bit. You find out on social media. But y'all stay golden. See you next time.